Welcome.
Welcome to the Apple Music Top 100 list.
Yes, so a little bit of preamble is what this video is. Oh, I wanted to kind of put this in the first one, but I figured having 101 videos with an intro and or 102, I guess, intro and an outro at the end would be fitting. So I came up with this the other day. I had Respect by Aretha Franklin stuck in my head, and I was like, I don't have this song on my Apple Music, because that's what I use, Apple Music. You can flame me in the comments if you'd like. And I was like, I don't have this song added, and that the song is on a top 100 Apple Music album. And I've seen those before, and I'm like, so what is Apple Music's top 100? What on God's green earth could these idiots have picked? So I looked at it. It's an interesting list. It definitely is an interesting list.
It's a very interesting list, that's for damn sure.
To say the least. So I texted you and I'm like, hey, let's do this. And we thought, why not monetize a hobby? So
yeah, I know that like listening to more music was one of your New Year's resolutions this year.
Yes,
one of our like in-jokes with each other is I'm always trying to get him to listen to some albums. It never happens. So now that Apple Music has a list, they're going to do it instead.
I'm going to listen to them. Well, I honestly, before I forget to say it, I was going to say like, usually when people do this, there's like one music head and then there's one person who knows absolutely nothing about music. To preface this, I'd say me personally, I'm a music head to normal people. Like me having a conversation with a normal person, I would seem like I know way too much about music. But when I'm around music, like real music heads like you, I look like an idiot. So like, it's kind of a good balance. I kind of wish that we had more of a control group, but it'll still be interesting. I think
it's still a very interesting range. I'm very, very excited for this.
Yes.
Because, like there's been a lot of top 100 / top 500, whatever lists like this. Like, Rolling Stone made one years ago.
Tale as old as time.
There's been so many of these. This happens to be the newest of these types of lists.
It looks like it is. Yeah, I think it's like 2 years old.
Not even 2 years old. So for that reason, I was pretty interested in like what it would have. And obviously, we're not you'll see album by album as these videos drop, like what each choice is going to be. But I was very interested to see just how the list would go, because, with lists like these, the thing that I was going to say is like my own personal top 100 music list would never be structured the way that these are, because a list like this, like the Rolling Stones list, like this Apple Music list, obviously we don't know the exact factors that made them choose what they chose. But
who made this? Is it a team?
Exactly.
Is it one person? Because it feels like one person.
So that's what I was gonna say. We don't actually
it's not
know.
A bad list. It's just interesting.
It's a list.
I'd say it's a list. It's
definitely a list.
It's not Rate Your Music. I'll say that.
Well, of course, but that one also has its own problems, and
for sure.
I think we made the best choice covering this one for sure.
I agree, because what I was saying to you, like off camera, was it's definitely an interesting list. It's not a list that I would pick immediately, but I think that's kind of good because we don't want to pick a list that we would pick. I feel like forcing ourselves into a list like this helps us find hidden gems. It also helps us find albums that absolutely do not fucking belong on a top 100.
Exactly. Because that's what I was going to say. Like with a list like this, with like Rolling Stones or whatever, I assume that, things like influence and popularity are going to be, those are going to be the main defining factors in a greatest list like this.
You guys will see how that, yes.
So in a list like this, that'll be, I'm assuming, the main factor. But for my own personal top 100 list, I don't personally care about like influence and things like that when I'm making my own like top 100 list. But that's the fun with a list like this. We're going to get to see, using that type of criteria, whoever made this, we're going to see how they got to these decisions. We're going to discuss like, what the hell is that album doing here? Why is this album so low? Why is this album not on the list at all? Like so for a list like this, however flawed it might be, I think that only makes it more fun, It
offers up some more discussion than just like, well, this is what you expected. Like, it definitely will make not just the album reviews, but the list itself a lot more fun to discuss.
Yeah, and like you said, if anything, you know, he was like building me up, like knowing a lot about music, and music really is my whole life. Like I listen to as much music as I possibly can, but I have not listened to nearly everything, obviously. I'm assuming that there's gonna be plenty of albums here. I mean,
absolutely.
There's gonna be a good amount of albums here that I've never heard before, too.
I'd say like a third you will have already heard. And honestly, for me too, I feel like I'm in that. I feel like a quarter of these I'll probably also know. And just because we've listened to them does not mean we're going to skip them. That kind of goes without saying. No. We're going to follow it through. I feel like it's going to be interesting. There's going to be, I guess, 4 types of videos during this. It'll be, we've both never listened to, I've listened to, and you haven't, you've listened to, I haven't, or we both have listened to. So you're going to get 4 very unique videos in this, which is going to be really cool.
That's what I'm excited for. It's a lot of different type of circumstances and reactions to these.
Absolutely.
And I'm really excited because, you know, being a top 100 list, there's obviously going to be albums here that we really do love and are some of our favorites.
Absolutely.
And we're going to re-listen to even those before we do those videos.
Even albums that I listen to
every day.
At least once. I was going to say there is an album on here specifically that I listen to probably once or twice a week.
Yeah. And
recently, but we'll get there.
We'll be re-listening to all of those too. And we're gonna have a lot to say about all of these, I'm sure.
Oh yes. So all right. Well, let's get to the first album. Let's cut it here. I think this video will probably drop maybe a day before or at the same time as our first album review. Again, like I said in the last video we recorded, which I don't know when the hell that's going up, we're gonna be wearing the same clothes. So don't call us stinky. Just enjoy the music review.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see you guys in the first one. Yep. Number 100.
Yep. We'll see you guys.